And for more on this unfolding situation in New South Wales, I'm joined by New South Wales State Emergency Services Assistant Commissioner Nicole Hogan. Nicole, thanks for your time this evening. Talk us through the worst affected areas right now.
Thank you. We're experiencing quite significant rainfall through our Sydney metropolitan area, and we are looking to continue to experience some possible heavy rainfall within the Hunter areas, Sydney metropolitan and Illawarra areas over the next 24 hours.
Now, as of 10:30, how many emergency calls have we had today?
Since Thursday, we've had over 5,200 requests for assistance, and of that, we've had over 480 flood rescues during that time, with over 525 teams of volunteers currently active in the field.
So obviously the advice is, if it is flooded, to forget it. Why do you think people aren't listening to these warnings?
What I would say is that people need to be aware of their surroundings, understand what the flood risk is of where they live. If you go to take a normal route to go to work or to sporting events, change your route and be aware of where the floods are over roads, but also understand your evacuation routes to get out. So if an evacuation order is actually issued for areas, to certainly follow that advice and know where you're likely to go.
And now, Nicole, WARRAGAMBA Dam has started overflowing. What are the main concerns there?
We are monitoring the situation at this time, and we work very closely with our partners at Water New South Wales as well as with the Bureau of Meteorology. And at this point in time, we have only just issued an evacuation warning for Cornwallis, Gronos Point, North Richmond Lowlands and Pitt-Town Bottoms.
And what do those evacuation warnings mean exactly?
It just means to prepare to evacuate. So if we were to actually issue an evacuation order that would also come through, then that would be a request to leave your premises. But at this stage, it is just to be aware of what's actually occurring around you and prepare to evacuate should the SES send out an evacuation order.
Now, Nicole, recent weather models have come out suggesting we could see an additional 100 to 200 millimetres in areas already impacted by major flooding on the mid-north coast and in the Sydney region. So what is the main advice coming out of the State Emergency Services given how flooded these catchments already are?
So the main advice is really understand what your flood risk is. Stay inside if you don't have to actually leave, so rather than be on the roads and out and about in this type of severe weather, and be prepared should you be required to evacuate if that actually occurs.
Nicole Hogan, Assistant Commissioner from the State Emergency Services, thanks for your time this Saturday evening, a busy evening ahead for all of you there.